generally there's added risk factors at medical facilities because you have drivers that might be on medication, you have drivers that might be in distress, they could be injured, they could be suffering a medical emergency.
The Storefront Safety Council telling us why hospitals so often have become crash sites. Our combined analysis revealed more than 300 incidents nationwide in the last decade. One of those at St. David's North Austin Medical Center back in February is still under investigation by police months later. A crash report categorizes what happened at the emergency room there as an aggravated assault with a motor vehicle, killing the driver, and labeling it a mass casualty incident due to the number of injuries. Now, because of our team's reporting, some city council members are promising action, and new safety measures could soon be required in Austin. Once again, investigator Matt Grant.
Could somebody get me a tissue? Sorry.
An emotional reaction from Austin City Council member Mackenzie Kelly.
Like, how do we prevent this from continuing to happen?
As she watched our investigation into the deadly crash at St. David's North Austin Medical Center.
One of the main reasons we're talking to you now and having this conversation is because we're hoping that it will have an impact and prevent this from happening to other people.
Yes.
Experts and the attorney for the Bernard family say it could have been prevented if St. David's had crash-rated steel posts called bollards installed before the crash. Kelly agrees, pausing our story to tell her staff this.
Can we initiate an ordinance change that requires any new builds of hospitals or places where people seek medical attention to have these types of protection?
She calls these safety barriers an easy solution. What would you like to say to the Bernard family?
Your tragedy hopefully will save others' lives and prevent that from occurring, but there is no excuse for the pain that your family has felt.
Oh my gosh.
Councilmember Vanessa Fuentes also reacting to our report.
Thank y'all for covering this. I appreciate y'all doing this type of investigative journalism because this is why we need policies updated.
Fuentes now also wants to require bollards, but not just at hospitals.
We want all of our hospital systems, all of our critical infrastructure, our nursing facilities, anywhere where there's a lot of people moving in and out of, we need to start looking at how are they designing their buildings with safety in mind.
And you're looking at possibly an ordinance that would address that?
Yes.
Matt, I understand Councilmember Kelly has already publicly credited our investigation, filing her intent to introduce a resolution requiring bollards to be constructed at any new medical facility in Austin.
Yes, and we've already heard both council members in our report have reached out to the Storefront Safety Council to, quote, collaborate on a policy in Austin. Keep in mind, this wouldn't be the first area to put bollard requirements in place. Again, the SSC has tracked at least 244 crashes at medical centers nationwide in the last decade. That number increases to more than 28,000 if you look at crashes the group's tracked with any storefront, not just hospitals. The SSC tells me in that time, it's worked to help pass local ordinances requiring crash-rated security barriers in business parking lots in 5 cities and counties, 3 sparked by deadly crashes. The City of Austin spokesperson tells us in part, quote, if the city decided to look into this and implement a city policy or requirement, it wouldn't impact current facilities, only future ones. And the city would likely need to amend the transportation code and look at the building code for similar facilities.
Matt, we know that St. David's North installed 7 bollards outside its emergency room after the crash there, so existing facilities can make that change themselves.
That's correct, yes. And when we asked about any potential requirements in the future, St. David's Healthcare said it will work with policymakers and officials to ensure compliance with any new laws if they are passed.
Yes, and see what St. David's has to say about the lawsuit it's now facing from the family injured there, plus new details the suit reveals about that crash and how that legal pressure could lead to more safety barriers at hospitals in the future. Coming up.